Hello, my name is Aaliyah. I'm an architecture graduate, a Part 2 architectural assistant working in conservation, and a university studio tutor for first year architecture. In this video, I want to share my goals and how I'm hopefully going to get to those goals in 2022. So the first goal, I thought I'd start with something architecturally related, is to apply for my Part 3. I'm not sure how much, if anyone's watching this, if anyone knows anything about Part 3, or the architectural sort of journey, but it's split into 3 parts. You have part 1, which is usually your undergraduate degree and a year placement, and then you have part 2, which is a postgraduate degree, and then it's sort of placement until you qualify. I'm in that stage. I'm in the part 2 stage where I am recording my placement for my part 3. And the recording of these of this experience for my part 3 is called PEDR sheets. I think it's personal education development record. That could be completely wrong. But that's one of my goals for this year, is to complete my PEDR sheet so I can then apply for part 3. The current university that I'm working at and I used to go to doesn't actually do part 3 courses, so I'm going to have to go to a neighbouring one. A couple of my friends have already started and have already qualified, which is great, and they've used that same at university, so I'll be able to sort of ask them for help. Now, how I'm going to format this video is my goal, which in this case is apply for my part 3, and then how I'm going to do it, which is the hardest bit for me, and trying to figure out how everything's going to come together. The first thing I need to do is get a lot more organised in terms of when I'm actually going to write all my PEDR sheets. So at the moment I've got one done, 2 that are still in the works, which are going to be late, but the other one, which finishes in a couple of weeks, I should be able to get done. And at the moment it's starting to be, so I'll either work on it in the mornings or at the weekends. I also need to look into the course, so what I actually need to prepare. I know there's a case study involved. I want to be as prepared as possible for the course itself. So yeah, that's the first goal. It's a massive goal because it's something that I've been technically working on since I started university 8 years ago now. So it's a big goal, but it's good. Goal 2 is also architecturally related, and it's to improve my architectural knowledge. Now, this is kind of annoying to sort of have as a goal, considering I have been studying, as I said, for 8+ years now. But a thing that I kind of love about architecture is that you never finish learning. I learn from the students that I teach. I also learn from the tutors that have more experience, but I also learn from the people that I work with who have 20+ years of experience. So for me, I want to improve my architectural knowledge, and there are many ways that I can do this, starting with books. I need to sort of do more observational drawings, to sketch more, travel more, buy more books. As you can see here behind me, I've got all of these architecture books, and these are architectural journals right here. Ooh. Architectural journals right here. But I want more. I want to get more construction books and actually read them. There is a book here that I have had, I think it's Public Spaces, so I must have had it since 2nd or 3rd year, that is still in the wrapping. So I want to actually get the books, read them, absorb them, and actually improve my architectural knowledge on a daily basis. So goal 3 is to get healthy. And by that I mean my mental health, my physical health, cardio, physical, just everything. Everything to do with health, I want to get healthy. And weirdly, the main reason behind this is site visits. So on one of my first site visits as a architectural assistant, I went with my senior architect to a church. And obviously if you imagine a church and the church tower, how tall that is, one of the first tasks was to walk all the way up the church tower. Luckily, I had just finished sort of like my 0 to 5k, I say finished. I had stopped my 0 to 5k recently, so I was able to sort of walk up. But had I not done that, I would not have been able to do that. I would not have had the cardio strength to actually get up that staircase. So that is something I really want to work on. And there's loads of ways that I've sort of talked about before, to sort of friends and family and just to myself, but also things that, or new things that I want to work on. So reducing portion sizes, something that I've been able to work on recently. Going for walks, just doing more general exercise. I've got an exercise bike downstairs that I need to sort of get using. And one of the things actually or one of the habits that I sort of started when I was in architecture school, which was to buy snacks when I knew I was going to have a long night or work for a long period of time. So it would be sort of, oh, okay, I've got a late night coming up or a late night that evening. Let's go to Tesco, let's go to Sainsbury's and buy all of the snacks, so then I'm sort of got something to keep me occupied as I'm doing work, which obviously isn't a good idea, especially when you're trying to get healthy. So I need to reduce or stop that habit and reduce all the snacks and everything that's sort of that I have got into the habit of buying. So goal 4 is sort of related to why I'm trying to sort of start this YouTube channel, and I've got the Instagram and everything, and the goal is to help architecture students. I sort of recently in January had a bit of a break from doing studio work as like in the university, and I recently went back and I absolutely loved it. Like I knew I've always sort of enjoyed tutoring, and architecture and tutoring sort of show up on my CV fairly balanced across the board, but I love helping people and tutoring and sort of hearing their issues and trying to help in any way that I can. So the next one is to help architecture students. And the way to do that for me at the moment is to try and grow Archi student notes. At the moment, I'm sort of recording my daily life, any sort of important things that I've done, or interesting things that I think I want to share. But I really want to start giving valuable information and potentially starting a sort of tutoring business, like specifically for architecture or mental health, and you know, trying to help the sort of the newest architecture students and make that transition into architecture a lot easier. Because as we know, or as I know, it's incredibly difficult. So yeah, so to do that, it will be making YouTube videos, planning content for Instagram, doing some freelance work as a tutor, writing blog posts, all of which, you know, take time and require organisation, but I'm hoping that I can sort of get my stuff together and make that happen. Goal 5 is a short but sweet one, and it's to be more social. I tend to, I don't know, like in sort of school and anywhere where I'm sort of forced to be with people, I'm quite happy to sort of socialise and I'll have friends and everything. But as soon as I'm out of that environment, I find it really hard to then get back in and engage. So trying to be more social is another goal. It's neither related to architecture, or I guess it's more related to mental health, I think. Just so that I have like a support system and I can sort of socialise and go out and explore things, and I think that, yeah, that's goal 5. Goal 6 is to keep my house tidy. I currently rent, and I have rented since I moved out to go to university, and it's only in this house that I've actually managed to sort of start decorating. Like this only just happened, like as in I've put up a shelf and put my architectural books on it. It has only just happened in the past month. And it's the only time I've ever done it. In all of my sort of other rented accommodation where I know I'm going to be only there for a year, it hasn't been that important. I kind of wish I had sort of spent more time on it, because it might have made the space a lot better to be in, but at the time it just didn't seem like something that I wanted to do. So keeping the house tidy, organised and, you know, decorated so that each space is a nice place to be in is goal 6. And to do that, one of the things I want to do is purge unnecessary items. I'm currently looking at a shelving unit, which I think I might make a YouTube video about, because it is full of the random stuff that I have sort of collected over my architectural education. I've got oil paint, I've got a random saw, I've got, what else can I see? You know, random pieces of balsa wood. I've got loads of stuff in there that I don't need at the moment. It's fun to have, just in case, it's like if my boyfriend or something asks if you want something. So, oh yeah, sure, got it, of course. But at the moment, I'm just, you know, that's one of the things that I want to do. Purge unnecessary items around the house, not just in the office. And then following on from that, I want to organise all the stuff that I actually want to keep. So just in the same way that I've got this shelf here, I've got all my architectural books, I've got my architectural journals, magazines. I want to keep that all together and make sure that when I come into the house, it doesn't feel like there's always something to do. So goal 7 is to save money. And I know that a lot of you if anyone's watching, a lot of you will be sort of thinking the same thing, and New Year you might want to save for something in particular. For me it's a house, which is an annoyingly big purchase, but I want to buy my own house and be able to decorate it and organise and everything. Obviously as an architecture student as well, that is like a dream to be able to sort of buy a house and have complete freedom in what I can do with it. So yeah, save money this year is sort of paramount. And one of the ways I'm going to sort of start doing that, or I say continue doing that, is to sort of meal prep, which relates to getting healthy. And it's also to find free things to do. So I don't necessarily want to just sort of stay in my house and do the opposite of, you know, be social and explore and everything, but there are loads of free things to do that I can sort of go out and explore and find. And that leads me perfectly onto goal 8, which is to explore. I have recently got into going camping, which we did, me and my boyfriend did last year. We went to a festival for the first camping trip, which was more about the festival, but we've since gone on a few other camping trips just to different places just to explore the area, and that has been absolutely amazing because it's such a cheap way of sort of having accommodation, and then we have a car now, so we're able to sort of have basically just a place to stay, and then we can just go off and explore different places. For me at the moment, my thing is trying to find sort of, you know, like architectural ruins and historical houses and everything, which is, you know, related to why I like historical conservation. Also linked to trying to get a lot more healthy over the year. So I want to go on more walks, try and climb a mountain, why not, you know, see loads of views. That's definitely something that I want to start doing and getting into. So goal 9 is probably something that, as I've been sort of talking on this video, is become more and more important because I need to get more organised. All of the things that I have just listed sort of need to be done at the same time, and to do all of that I need to get a lot more organised. I have sort of my architectural, my main architecture job, which I do 4 days a week, 9 to 5, and then I have my tutor work on the Thursday, which is I think about 9 to 5 as well, and then I have weekends which I then want to sort of, you know, go out and explore different places. So I need to then fit my PDR sheets, you know, my like recording YouTube videos or planning content around those things, which definitely can't be changed. So that is something I need to do. So some of the ways that I plan on sort of doing this is to plan my days in advance. So, you know, that means sort of like planning out my outfits, my food, my sort of just daily activities out in advance, so I don't necessarily have to think about it every day. So I know that everything's going to be done. And one of the ways I'm then going to do that is by continuing to write in my bullet journal. I started bullet journaling I think a couple of years ago during uni, then stopped and then started and then stopped again. But I've just started in November, and I've been continuing with it quite well, and it's incredibly helpful. I keep everything in it, so I keep all my personal stuff, so like my year at a glance and my sort of monthly plan, but also I put my to-do lists for work in it. So as I'm flicking through sort of trying to find out what I need to do for work, I also see, oh okay, I've got a birthday coming up, or I need to sort of do my PDR sheet says I have a deadline or something. So that's been really helpful to me at the moment. And goal 10, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but we've made it, it's goal 10, and that is to find things that bring me joy. That's something that I've been thinking about a lot more recently. As I said, January has been a bit of a mess, but finding things that bring me joy, I think, is probably the most important, because everything else, I think, is geared towards sort of me having a happy and sort of a happy life, but finding things in particular that bring me joy. So the going out and exploring, going on hikes and everything. I watch a lot of YouTube videos of people sort of just going for a walk and going camping and seeing those amazing views, and that's the thing that I'm like, oh my god, that looks absolutely amazing, I want to do it. So yeah, it's finding other things that I think will bring me joy. It's something that my dad has also said to me quite a few times, of just get out of your comfort zone. Me and my comfort zone, this is going to sound ridiculous, everyone's sort of likes their comfort zone, but I tend to just stay in it. I need to be forced out of my comfort zone. This, for example, I've got a ring light staring at me in the face. Very out of my comfort zone. I'm staring at my face to talk, and with the hope that this will then go online just on the internet. So this is something that's out of my comfort zone, which is, you know, I'm glad that I'm doing. I think that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been helpful and sort of will guide you in any sort of goals you're planning on making for the year. If you didn't make any in January, February is a great time to start, because why not? If you want to sort of follow me on Instagram, at Archie Student Notes, I'm going to be sort of posting a lot more over the next few weeks and months to hopefully sort of give you more valuable information of my own experience as an architecture student, my current experience as a Part 2 architectural assistant, and what I teach and learn from my architecture students at university. So hopefully this won't be the last video that I record and post, and hopefully I'll be seeing you again soon. So bye!